Hello everyone. Today our topic is adverbs. Okay. So what is adverbs? An adverb is a word that modifies the meaning of a verb, an adjective or another adverb. So adverb tells us how, when, where, how much and how often of a verb, adjective or an adverb. Now let's look at some examples. Okay. I accepted the challenges willingly. Now here you see willingly modifies the verb accepted. In this sentence, accepted is the verb and willingly is adverb. Willingly modifies the verb that is accepted. As already said in the definition, that an adverb is a word that modifies the meaning of a verb, an adjective or another adverb. Let's take another example. They were really unhappy over the loss. Here really modifies the adjective that is unhappy. Okay. John plays tennis very well. Now here very modifies the adverb well. So an adverb is a word that modifies the meaning of a verb, an adjective or another adverb. Now we will see that what are the types of adverb. Okay. So let us see what are the types of adverb. So very nicely it is given in your book, students, types of adverb. Okay. They have explained you with the help of a table. So this table is very important. Types of adverb. You have learnt about some types of adverbs. Read the table carefully for a quick recap. First, adverb of manner. Tell us how an action takes place. So adverb of manner will tell you that how an action is done or how an action takes place. Example. He walks carefully on the road. How he walks on the road? He walks carefully on the road. So this is adverb of manner, as carefully is telling you how he walks on the road. She finished her work slowly. How she finished her work? She finished her work slowly. So slowly is again adverb of manner, as it tells you how an action takes place. They quickly laid out the table for everyone. So here quickly is adverb of manner. Next we have adverb of time. Adverb of time tells us when an action takes place. Okay, so it is going to tell you the time, that when an action takes place. I have to reach home early. When I have to reach home, I have to reach home early. So this early is adverb of time. He was late for the history class. She may call me later. So here later is adverb of time. So adverb of place, adverb of manner will tell you how an action is done. Adverb of time will tell you when an action takes place. Next we have adverb of place. So adverb of place tells us where an action takes place. Okay, it will tell you where an action takes place. Let's see the example. The toys were lying everywhere. So everywhere is adverb of place. The book must be kept somewhere. The dog was sitting outside the house. So outside is adverb of place. Adverb of degree or quantity answer the question how much or to what extent. Okay, so adverb of degree will tell you to what extent. Adverb of quantity can tell you how much. Adverb of degree or quantity. We have almost finished the work. So it is telling you the extent. She was not fast enough to win the race. Here almost is adverb of degree and here enough is adverb of quantity. Adverb of frequency answers the question how often an action is done. How often? It will tell you the frequency. I go to the park twice a day. How many times? It is twice. So it is how often. And this is adverb of frequency. He reads the newspaper every day. What is the adverb of frequency? Adverb of frequency is every day as it answers the question how often. So we have seen the various types of adverbs. Let's once revise. It is adverb of manner, tells us how an action take place. Adverb of time tells us when an action take place. Adverb of place tells us where an action takes place. Adverb of degree or quantity answer the question how much or to what extent. Adverbs of frequency answer the question how often. Okay, besides this we have another adverb that is known as interrogative adverb. Okay, interrogative means asking questions. Let us now learn about one more type of adverb, interrogative adverbs. Look at these sentences. Why are you late? So it is asking question. Where are you going? The words why and where in these sentences are used to ask questions. They are adverbs. When we use adverbs to frame questions, they are called interrogative adverbs. So whenever you will use the words to frame a question, they are known as interrogative adverbs. And what are the examples? Why, when, where, and how are interrogative adverbs. They are usually placed at the beginning of a sentence. Here are some more examples. How did you bake this? Okay, so how is adverb, interrogative adverb. When do you wake up? When is again interrogative adverb. Now student, based on this, right now what we have done, we have an exercise and we will try to solve that exercise to see that whether you people have understood or not. Okay, let's crack it. Read this passage and underline the adverb. So this exercise I have done for you just to make you understand. Okay, so we have to underline the adverbs. An ant fell into a river and was swept away in the swiftly flowing stream. So in the first sentence, away and swiftly flowing stream are the adverbs. A dove quickly threw a small leaf into the river. Quickly. Okay. This is adverb of manner. The ant climbed onto the leaf and was carried safely to the shore. She was very grateful. Okay. Adverb of frequency. Very is adverb of degree. A few days later, adverb of time. Later, the ant saw a hunter who often came to the forest. Often, adverb of frequency. The hunter was aiming carefully. Carefully, adverb of manner. At the dove. Before the hunter could fire. So before, again it is adverb and it is adverb of time. She stung him and the shot missed the dove. So see, I have underlined all the adverbs and now you have to identify their types. So for identifying their types, we have a table. I will show you that table. See, and you have to write the adverbs you underlined in the previous exercise in the correct columns. So you have to do this. I have done this for you. Adverb of manner, I told you it was swiftly, quickly, safely, and carefully. Adverb of time, in the passage that we read just now, it was later and before. Adverb of place, away. Adverb of degree, very. Adverb of frequency is often. Okay, now we will do this. Match the following. Okay, adverb of manner, show us how an action is done. Adverb of time, show us when an action is done. Adverb of place, answer the question where. Adverbs of frequency show us how often an action is done. And adverb of degree or quantity, answer the question how much. Okay, hope it is clear to you. Now see, we have done interrogative adverbs, and now what we will do, choose the correct interrogative adverbs to complete these questions. Blank fast can you run? Two options you have, how and when. So the correct option will be how. Blank, are you laughing? Where and why? So the correct option is why are you laughing? Third one. Blank, will the train arrive? Is it on time? Again we have two options, why and when. So the correct option will be when will the train arrive? Okay, so I have told you how to do the exercise, and I hope that the rest of the question you can do it yourself. Okay, so now I will move to next topic, and the next topic is formation of adverbs. Okay, from adjective, how you are going to form adverbs from adjective. Yes, I know that you have already learned these rules in your previous classes, so it will be just a recap and we will revise it quickly. Formation of adverbs from adjectives. You have already learned how to form adverbs from adjectives. Let's revise the rules. Look at the examples and complete the rules given below them. The highlighted letters in the examples will help you. Okay, so let's see what example is slow. What is the adverb of slow? It is slowly. Cruel is an adjective, and again the adverb of cruel is cruelly. Now see, what is the rule over here? We can form adverbs by adding ly to adjectives. As you can see, slow, only we have added ly. Cruel, we have added ly. So by adding ly to adjectives, you can change it into adverb. This is the first rule. Now what is the second rule? Greedy, greedily. Happy, happily. Now see, if an adjective ends in y, as you can see, greedy, it is ending with y, but and is preceded by a consonant. It is preceded by a consonant. Before y, you can see we have d, and d is a consonant. Then change the y to I before adding ly. So in this case, when your adjective will end with y and it is preceded by a consonant, that is before y, you can see that you have a consonant. The rule is that you will change y to I and then you will add ly. Example is in front of you. Greedy, greedily. Y is changed to I and then we have added ly. Happy, it is ending with y. Before y, you can see there is a consonant, that is p, and so we will change y to I and then we will add ly. Okay, let's see another rules. What are the other rules? Okay, this we have. Basic. Example, basic. It is basically. Economic, economically. So if an adjective ends in IC, as you can see, basic is ending with IC. So we will add ALLY. This rule, however, has an exception, and the adverbs formed from public is publicly. So this rule has an exception also, but mostly what you will see, if your adjective is ending with IC, you have to add ALLY. Examples, basic, basically, okay, economic, economically. But there is an exception. For example, public, it is ending with YC, but the adverb of public is publicly. We have added only ly. This is an exception. Gentle, gently. Okay, charitable, charitably. So these are exceptions. If an adjective ends in able, ible, or le, replace the e with y. As you can see in this example, gentle. So gentle is ending with e, and what we have done, we have replaced e with y. Charitable, it is ending with able, and what we have done, we have replaced e with y. So what is the rule? That if your adjective ends in able, ible, or le, replace the e with y. So if your adjectives ends with all these able, ible, or le, what you will do, you will replace the e with y. Okay, so we have done the 4 rules. Now based on this, again we have another exercise. I will tell you some of the answers. Form adverbs from these adjectives and use them in sentences of your own. I will just tell you the adverbs, you can use it in your own sentence. Grumpy, see it is ending with y, and before y we have a consonant. So what is the rule that we learned? That we will change y to I and then we will add ly. So the answer will be grumpily. Clear, clearly. Okay. Gracefully, graceful, gracefully. Violent, violently. Okay. Terrible. This last rule we have done, na? Terrible, that it is ending with le, and so what you will do, you will only replace e with y. It will be terribly. Comfortable, see it is ending with able, and what is the rule? If it ends with able, we will only replace e with y. So the answer will be comfortably. Okay, rest you can do it yourself, or we will be discussing that in our online classes. Next topic. The next topic is the next topic we have is degree of comparison of adverb. Okay, so the degrees of comparison of adverbs. Let's try to understand this with the help of examples. A car travels fast. So fast is modifying the verb travel. A train travels faster than a car. An aeroplane travels the fastest. In all the sentences, the adverbs fast, faster, and fastest modify the verb travels. In the first sentence, no comparison is being made. Of course, in the first sentence, there is no comparison. The adverb is in the positive degree here. So when there is no comparison, the adverb will be in the positive degree, as you can see in this sentence. A car travels fast. So this fast is in positive degree. Okay, in the second sentence, a train travels faster than a car. In the second sentence, the adverb is used to compare two things. And so the adverb is in the comparative degree here. When we will make comparison between two things using an adverb, the adverb will be in the comparative degree. In the third sentence, the adverb is used to compare more than two things. Of course, an aeroplane travels the fastest. So here the comparison is between more than two things. Okay, so it is used to compare more than two things, and so the adverb is in the superlative degree here. So what are the degrees of adverb? Just like an adjective, we have positive degree, then we have comparative degree, and then we have superlative degree. You have seen the examples. A car travels fast, a train travels faster than a car, an aeroplane travels the fastest. Fast, positive degree, faster, comparative degree, and fastest is superlative degree. Okay, in positive degree, no comparison. In comparative degree, we will compare two things, And in superlative degree, the adverb is used to compare more than two things. Okay, now let's see the table, what we have to do. Look at this table to learn how to form the degrees of comparison of adverbs. If the adverb is of one syllable, that is slow, we will only add er and est. Er for comparative degree and it will be slower. For superlative degree, we have slowest. If the adverb ends in ly, carefully. Okay, so example is carefully. If it is ending with ly, what you can do? You can add more or less. For comparative degree, more carefully or less carefully. And for superlative degree, you have most or least. Most carefully and least carefully. Carefully, more carefully, most carefully. Carefully, less carefully, least carefully. Some adverbs change completely. So there are some adverbs which will change completely. Example, badly, worse, worst, much, more, most, well, better, best, little, less, least. Okay. So this was about the degree of comparison of adverb. Next we have position of adverb. The next topic is position of adverb. Where you will place adverb. Okay, look at these sentences. We will today study. We go too often the cinema. Do you think there is something wrong with them? Do you think that there is something wrong with them? Of course, these sentences are not making any sense. Now read these sentences again. We will study today. We go to the cinema often. Don't these sentences make more sense? So there is the difference between the first sentence and the second sentence. First sentence, the meaning is not clear. We will today study. The position of the adverb is wrong. And see this sentence, we will study today. Yes, of course, the meaning is clear. The position of the adverb is correct. We have placed adverb at right place. We go to often the cinema. We go to the cinema often. So this sentence is correct. So students, position of adverb is very important. We should know that where you are going to place adverb. Now it will depend upon the meaning of your sentence that where you are going to place adverb. Let us see where we have to place adverbs. So what changed in the two sets of sentences you just read? Yes, the position of the adverbs changed. So we can see that adverbs have certain place or position in a sentence. Okay, a sentence makes sense only when the adverbs in it are placed correctly. Of course, you have to pay attention to the position of the adverb. Only then your sentence is going to make sense. Let's look at some points that need to be considered while using adverbs. Okay, what are the points? Adverbs may come at the beginning of a sentence. For example, today we will study adverbs. Fortunately, we could go for the picnic. So adverbs may come at the beginning of a sentence. Adverbs may come in the middle of a sentence. So between the subject and the verb. Adverbs may come in the middle of the sentence and where you will place it between the subject and the verb. For example, I hardly watch television. So see, I is the subject and watch is the verb. And we have placed adverb between subject and verb. We often go to the cinema. Again, we is the subject and go is the verb. And where you have placed the adverb between the subject and the verb, we often go to the cinema. Adverbs may come at the end of a sentence. For example, I learn English quickly. So it will come at the end of the sentence. I am studying adverbs now. So adverbs may come at the end of the sentence. So what we have learned, it may come at the beginning of the sentence, it may come in the middle of a sentence, it may come at the end of a sentence. Next rule. What is the rule and where you can place adverb? Two or more adverbs used together at the end of a sentence follow this order. Suppose in any sentence you are using more than two adverbs. Okay, so what order you are going to follow? See what order we will follow. First we will place adverb of manner, then place, and then time. You have to remember this sequence. When you are going to use two or more adverbs in the same sentence, what you will do? First you will place adverb of manner, then you will place adverb of place, and then adverb of time. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Peter sang beautifully. Of course, this is adverb of manner. Okay? Beautifully. Here adverb of place. And then yesterday. Peter sang beautifully here yesterday. We have used three adverbs: beautifully, here, yesterday. Beautifully, adverb of manner, then adverb of place, and then adverb of time. So keep this sequence in mind when you are using more than two adverbs: adverb of manner, then adverb of place, and then adverb of time. Adverbs are never used between a verb and its object. For example, we play often chess. So we will never use adverb between a verb and its object. As you can see in this sentence, play is the verb and chess is the object. So we cannot place this adverb between verb and object. This is wrong. We often play chess. Correct. We play chess often. Correct. But you cannot place the adverb between a verb and its object. So what are the points that we learned today for position of adverb? You can place adverb at the beginning of a sentence. You can place adverb in the middle of the sentence, but you have to keep in mind between the subject and the verb. You can place adverb at the end of the sentence. Okay. Then when you are using more than two adverbs in a sentence, you have to remember the sequence. The sequence is manner, place, and time. Last we have done that we can never place adverb between a verb and its object. So this was about position of adverb. Based on this, I will do some questions. Okay. Rewrite these sentences in your notebook using the adverbs given in bracket. She waited. You have patiently in the bracket. So what should be the answer? She waited patiently. The position of the adverb will be at the end of the sentence. We played football. In bracket you have outside. The answer will be we played football outside. Third one, my uncle goes fishing, and in bracket you have often. So where you will place the adverb? My uncle often goes fishing. Okay. I hurt my knee badly and today. Two adverbs. Okay. So today I hurt my knee badly. We were in Delhi. In bracket you have last week. So the answer will be we were in Delhi last week. Bracket you have rarely. Okay. He goes to the theater. So where you will place rarely? He rarely goes to the theater. Okay. So in this way you have to solve this exercise. Let's do some more exercises, and okay, this you can do. Identify the types of adverb and write them in the correct columns. Some of the adverbs are given students and you have to identify them and place them in the correct column. Loudly, often, much, well, swiftly, higher, later, where, when, dreamily, carefully, usually, outside. Adverb of manner. Adverb of manner. Loudly, well, swiftly, dreamily, carefully. adverb of time, later, adverb of place, outside, adverb of frequency, often, usually, adverb of degree, higher and much, interrogative adverbs, who and when. So this was all for today. I hope that adverb is clear to you. And now how you people are going to start this lesson, what you will do. See, first you will write the title of the lesson. Then you will write the definition which is clearly given in your book, that what is an adverb. And then in the next page you have a table where the types of adverbs is explained, and everyone should draw this table in copy with examples. Okay, so see, this is the table for types of adverb. Everyone has to draw this table in copy and with examples. So this table is very important as it explains you the types of adverb. So this was all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.